The late Nigerian singer Maxwell Udo is one of the best examples that indicates how Nigerian artists transited between different genres from different periods in the contemporary Nigerian music history. Remember, there have been some dominating genres of Nigerian music between the 70s and the early 90s and up to this moment. The 70s were the days of the Afrofunk. The early 80s came up with the Nigerian pop era. Then mid 80s was the Nigerian reggae period before we moved into the 90s with a mixture of so many genres. Then up to the moment that Afrobeat is now the talk of the day. Maxwell Udo transited along the contemporary genres beginning from the 70s to the time he passed on in 2014. Sit back and relax while we dig into the story of Maxwell Udo.
Please take me out and make me fine, 'cause you make me cry all night long. Please take me
We cannot really talk about Maxwell Udo's career without talking about his tenure as the lead singer of the DOVES band, one of the bands that made the Afrofunk era of Nigerian music special. Maxwell Udo joined the DOVES at a very young age as the band was making progress starting from the early 70s. But in 1976, tragedy struck as their Cameroonian lead singer, Lawrence Ibanga, passed on in a tragic car accident. This threw up the lead singing duties on the laps of the very young Maxwell Udo. The Doves were known for their soulful and eclectic sound, and Udo's golden voice brought a fresh energy to their performances. His time with the band allowed him to hone his skills and develop his unique style, which later became a hallmark of his solo career. Indeed, he was named the golden voice of the Doves in the 70s. The Doves went on to become one of the longest staying band in the Nigerian music scene from the early 70s to the very early 80s when the band split up, and which prompted Maxwell Udo to embark on a solo career. One of the songs that made the band very popular with Maxwell Udo on the lead is Everything's Got to Be Alright. This song cut across the country and made the band a very popular band of the 70s.
whenever you see me, come around me. Everything gonna be alright now. Whenever you see me, come around me. Everything gonna be alright now.
After leaving the Doves, Maxwell Udo's musical style underwent a significant transformation, and it is not far-fetched because by the early 80s, pop music has taken a firm rooting in the country as the contemporary sound of the moment, with leading artists like Chris Okotie, Jidobe, and Felix Liberty, then Dizike Falola. So Maxwell Udo moved into this new genre from the Afrofunk background he had with the Doves band. In 1982, Maxwell Udo moved to Umuahia in the southeast of Nigeria and pitched his tent with the Umuahia-based Average Records Company, his record label, where he released his debut album titled Tell Me What You Gonna Do. This debut release marked a long relationship with Average Records, who also had Nigerian teen reggae band The New Waves in his fold. In 1983, Maxwell Udo continued his romance with pop and funk music and boogie with the album Don't Make Me Wait Too Long, still on the Average Records label. In 1986, Maxwell Udo left Average Records temporarily to record with Sunny Sound record label, and he released his third album, simply titled Coco. That was in 1986.
Cuckoo.
1988, Maxwell Udo made a return to his original record label, Average Record, where he released his fourth album titled Survival of the Fittest, still running on the pop music genre. In 1991, still with Average Records, Maxwell Udo released his fifth album titled Forward Ever, Backward Never. This also marked his switch into full-blown reggae music, even though he has been experimenting with the genre in beats in the previous albums, but he went full-blown reggae in this fifth album titled Forward Ever, Backward Never. Maxwell Udoh's reggae style stands out for its fusion of traditional reggae rhythms with elements of funk, soul, and disco. Remember, this was his background. His lyrics often carried powerful messages of social justice and empowerment, resonating deeply with his audience. This blend of genres and themes set him apart from many other African reggae artists of the time. It is important to note that Maxwell Udoh seems to have come a bit late into the reggae scene. The music genre has been on the rise from the mid 80s up to 1990-91 when Nelson Mandela was released and South Africa got her independence from the apartheid regime, which was a major theme of Nigerian reggae music for the period. Maxwell Udoh came in 91 and progressing to 1992, releasing his sixth album titled I Cry for the Masses. At this time, the reggae scene has shifted from the core reggae or roots reggae into the raga and dancehall kind of reggae, even in Nigeria. This kind of explains why he was a bit under the radar nationally in Nigeria. However, in his birthplace, Akwa Ibom, and other states within that region, and in Abia, where he lives in Umuahia for a long time, and actually became the P-man chairman of that state, Maxwell Udoh gained a lot of popularity and made waves and was closely connected to the audiences in this area. Maxwell Udoh's approach to reggae music stood out from other artists of the period for its fusion of traditional reggae rhythms with elements of funk, soul, and disco brought out a different sound which differed from other artists who tend to rely more on deep reggae routings and Rastafarian themes. Despite not releasing further albums after the 1992 album, Maxwell Udoh, along with his Masses Militia Band, continued performing around Akwa Ibom State, Abia State, and other states around the region where he was well known and well loved. On December 18, 2014, the reggae star Maxwell Udoh passed away after a prolonged illness. His contribution to Nigerian music and reggae continue to inspire other artists and fans alike. He also left behind a legacy of resilience and artistry as well as adaptability. This music reminds us of the power of sound to inspire, transform, and unite. Thank you for joining us in celebrating this incredible artist and his enduring legacy. If you enjoyed this tribute brought to you by the Nigerian Reggae Music Podcast of Music in My Ears channel, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to Music in My Ears channel, and share this video with fellow music lovers. Let's keep Maxwell Udoh's spirit alive and explore more stories of legendary Nigerian artists together. I'm out of here. Peace.